Hey guys, so in this video I want to show you how you can kind of scramble long samples and get some really random, interesting stuff to use in your songs. So these are some ideas that you would have really never come up with if you didn't have a tool to do this. For example, I'll take a long like ambient sample, right? Just a lot of different textures, right? And then when I scramble it, it ends up sounding something like this. So real fun. So I'm going to show you how you do that. So let's take another sound here. Let me get rid of this. Let's take this here. Actually, no, not that. Something with a little bit more stuff going on. We got this. All right, let's cut this video up here. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop this into a MIDI track, and it's going to create a sampler or a simpler instrument. Let's go ahead and right click on this, turn it into a sampler. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come into the sample. We're going to get ourselves into loop mode. All right. So now we've got a loop here. Let's just come to the end and set like a short loop. And then I'm going to set this to link. And I could choose the size of the loop I want. Let me just arm this real quick. Let's just take something about that length there. We could use some crossfade if we want, so we don't get clicks. Good stuff. And now what we're going to do is we're going to come over to our modulation. We're going to turn on LFO2. That's going to give us these choices over here. So what we want to do is set this to loop start. And then put this 100% up. And we could use pretty much any waveform we want. I'm going to go with the random here. And this is what it's going to do is it's going to scroll through the playhead all the way through this long sample. Let me get rid of some of that silence there. So every time it goes this length, you know, the loop size, it's going to loop a different part of the sample. So if I hit a note on the keyboard, and then we could adjust the size. All right, let's try it with, let's see, let's use some voice stuff, all right? So let's go to, I've got this, just a kid talking. All right, so we could drop that in, and it's the same sort of thing. Let's just set that to the end of the sample. So it'll just scramble your sample and give you these like random little bits and pieces of it. And then you could adjust the size of the bits by the length of your loop. Once again, you can choose to crossfade if you want. It'll take some of the clicks out. Let's see what the good, bad, and the ugly sample sounds like.
114 counties of this state are condemned to sound guilty.
All right. So we'll just...
Guilty of using the used states of this
And obviously you could add like a reverb or effect sort of thing and get some really interesting, like, kind of... And then what you can do is you could resample out, just like I did with this part here. I'll just come in here. In order to arm more than one track, you just hold down Command or Control if you're on a PC, and then you could be recording on two different things at once. And now I'm just going to hold down one note. Now I could actually play different notes as well. So that'll change the pitch and everything. So there's a lot of different stuff you can do. But in this case, I'm just holding down one note. Just like that. And now you've got this scrambled sample that you'd never have been able to get just by cutting things up yourself. So yeah, you could, literally just kind of play and record for a couple minutes and cut out, the bits that you like. By adding some effects, you can kind of disguise what's going on in the background. So that's lots of fun as well. So I hope that you guys got something out of this. Let me once again show you how this works. So you'll drag your audio sample into a MIDI track. It'll create a simpler instrument, and then you'll right click and change it to sampler. And then what you're going to do is put it in loop mode and link. All right. And once you do that, you basically set this length of the loop, and you can use your crossfade if you want it less choppy sounding. Then you're going to come into your modulation, choose a LFO2, choose the type of waveform you want. Any waveform will work. It just might get you slightly different results. And then you're going to choose loop start here, all right? And then make sure to turn this up 100%, and you're good to go. So I hope this gives you a bunch of creative things that you can do with it. So enjoy, and I'll be back for another video soon. Take care, guys.